saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Robert, you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When the not save us, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, 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 car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. At their own 31-yard line. What?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
55, my God, 55. 8. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, the former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
14.
From just shy of midfield. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. A gain there of 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Newton, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And that's caught. It's Hogan. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. To the air again, Newton. And it's caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Get it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now it's Wilson. He's going to loft one, deep left side. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Right there, 54.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. To throw is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball at the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Newton now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Newton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now it's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Great.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Wilson going to throw again. Flush to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. Kill. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? They seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Delano Hill. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Come on, QB, come on. 20. Short.
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On 1st down, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Again, it's Penny. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. To throw is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now Newton on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And now it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. On first down, it's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Hogan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. To the air again, Newton. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog. right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't
is up. I'm ready for war. You got to love it like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? In the field like,